Thank you all for being here today, and if you're wondering why this is so important, you'll hear some statistics in a minute, but I just want to say thank you to my colleague, Mr. Ortiz, for his leadership on this issue. You know, we all remember Jim Conte. When we talk about this issue, we can't forget our former colleague and friend, Jim Conte, who was a two-time kidney recipient and probably the biggest advocate on this issue. And, you know, we feel it's really a charge that we all have to carry on what he started. And that's the right thing to do. You know, probably individually, none of us can do what Jim Conte did, but as a group, there's so much more we can accomplish, and I know he'd want us to try to do that. I also want to recognize the Alliance for Donation and all the advocates here for all your hard work, and my colleagues, Assemblywoman Fahey and Yen, on this end, Assemblyman Oaks, Assemblywoman Tenney, Assemblywoman Lupinacci, Assemblyman Ra, Assemblyman Barkley, Assemblyman Blankenbush, and Assemblyman Goodell, who, in the interest of time, not everyone's going to speak, but I do make sure you need to hear from Mr. Goodell, who has a personal story as well to share on this. You know, we passed a lot of laws in New York State. Some are good, some are bad. But this is an issue that, plain and simple, saves lives. And it's important that we all share our stories and talk about this when you leave here. Whether you're here from the media, please report on this. If you're home, you're saying, what can I do? Write a letter to the editor, talk to talk to people in your neighborhood, get people signed up, because it's important we get this story out. Why? Because there's 52 registries in the country, and New York's number 51. We have over 10,000 New Yorkers on the waiting list waiting for an organ transplant. There's 1,600 people who have been waiting for more than 5 years. At the time of someone's death, one person donating can impact up to 50 lives. In 2013, we lost 560 men, women, and children. That's one every 15 hours. We can do better. Although we're the second lowest in registry participation at 23%, which is the national average is 50, we have the third highest demand. So we have to do better in the state. You know, we've made some progress. You all know Lauren Shields, the Maverick, you know, who Lauren's named after, and I don't know who's going to ever say no to her. But she's certainly been a leader on this issue. I had good fortune today to meet a young lady, Rachel Adio, from the area. Rachel, raise your hand. She's a kidney recipient herself, a transplant recipient herself. You know, this brings a personal face to this issue. You know, we passed some laws. We put a little bit of money in the budget to help with awareness. For me personally, this became a personal issue for me a long time ago. My sister was a two-time organ transplant recipient. She was juvenile diabetic. In 2000, she benefited from the kindness of a stranger who decided to donate organs at the time of their death, and she got a kidney pancreas. In 2006, that failed, and I had the privilege to donate a kidney to her myself. It was one of the greatest privileges of my life, something I'll never forget. My sister has since passed away from complications from the disease, but it certainly showed me firsthand how organ donation can impact the family and the choices we make. So we can all do better if we work together on this. And we're going to do better. That's why legislation is needed. That's why awareness is needed. And we're not going to stop talking about this. And so please, you know, walk away from here. Talk to your neighbors, talk to your community, write letters to the editor. If your media's not picking up on this, ask them why, because they can be a partner in this. So you know, I think you know, I'm just proud to stand with my colleagues. We're going to continue to make this a push because awareness and education is the key. We're not going to, you know, when we come back here, we're going to continue to push next year. We need to move that dial so we're not 51st on this register. We have to move it in the right direction.